Good afternoon and welcome yet to another edition of the Sport Rep Show. I'm your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, unpacking some of the weekend events. First, let us look at what's in today's Namibian Sun back page. So you can see there for yourself, Eagles set to fly high. That's the Namibian cricket national team that will be off. That's to the World Cup, Cricket World Cup. And then that's the front page of the Sport Rep. Mboma and Ronaldo are immortals. That's some of the stories you can anticipate now. And now for your stories in detail. The name of Namibian sprint queen Christine Mboma has echoed across the globe, and many are now aware that Katiku has arrived and appears to be unstoppable. Starting off on Thursday, Mbomma's scintillating form continued after she won the Wonder Diamond League 200-meter final race in Zurich, Switzerland in a junior world record time of 21.78 seconds. She pipped one of Jamaica's favorite, Shericka Jackson, at the finish line. Jackson clocked 21.81 seconds, while Dina Asher-Smith of Britain finished third, clocking 22.19. That story is on the Sports Rep page 3. And now the Commerce First Division, Second Division and the Super 10 saw various rivals outplaying each other in Windhoek and Rehoboth over the weekend. The Super 10 League saw Wanderers S2 beating Afrocat Lions 37-33 at Wanderers, while Rehoboth beat Tigers 28-21. In the second division at the Dr. Lemmer Field, that's in Rehoboth, Afrocat S2 were victorious against Black Afrocat, while a scoreline of 31-37 with a scoreline of 37-35. The MTC Namibia Premier Netball League also saw Mighty Gunners thrashing Golden Girls 61-26, while the Namibian Navy defeated 11 Arrows 60-36. Also see the reactions. Kasu, the local football, was the center of attention, with Okovimburu reigning supreme after a 3-1 victory over Herero Mall. The tournament was played at the Moses Van der Bijl Sport Field. Ronaldo is back with a bang. Manchester United fans saw the return of their prodigal son, which marked with a brace in a match pundits described as a script written in heaven. 2 goals from Ronaldo and each from Bruno Fernandes and Jesse Lingard gave United a 4-1 victory over Newcastle. Meanwhile, Lukaku scored twice in Chelsea's victory over Aston Villa. That was a 3-0 victory. Arsenal got their first win of the season following a 1-0 victory over Norwich City. Tottenham Hotspurs suffered their first defeat of the season at Crystal Palace, who scored 3 without a reply from Spurs. See that story also on page 4 of the Sport Rep. USA's Hanko Kemesias managed to score 3 tries, helping his side beat Canada 31-16 in the 2023 Rugby World Cup qualifiers. As well, Justin Rakada beat 19-year-old Canadian Leona Fernandez 6-4, 6-3 to become Britain's women's Grand Slam singles champions since Virginia Wade in the Wimbledon 1977. And now on to your cycling news. Coming off fresh of his Olympic debut, Alex Miller put in a dominating performance on Saturday to retain his Nedbank cross-country mountain bike championship title. He broke away early to put some distance between himself and the rest of the chasing pack. The 20-year-old finished ahead of second place Hugo Hahn, while Xavier Papo came in third. Meanwhile, Swakopmund-based rider Loana van der Schijf won her first national championship jersey in the elite women's class, vacated by Michelle Foster, who immigrated to New Zealand since winning the 2020 title. Second over the line was Nicola Förster, who beat third-placed Marion Schoeneck. And now to your other story, and this is an inspiration as well. Christine Mboma and Beatrice Masilingi camaraderie and sisterhood have once again taken center stage after Masilingi took to social media to congratulate her compatriot for winning the Wonder Diamond League 200-meter final. Mboma blasted through the final in a time of 21.78 seconds, a junior world record in Zurich. That's on Thursday. This was similar to when Masilingi celebrated her fellow runners' Olympic silver medal at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Masilingi, who has been battling a flu which caused her to miss the 200-meter final, was as joyful as many Namibians. "I'm proud of you. Indeed, the trophy belongs to the land of the brave. That's what Masilingi posted on her social media. Well, the sisterhood comes a long way. The young women have in the past spoke about their sisterhood and how fond they are at each other's company. Mboma and Masilingi grew up in different places, but fate brought them together and gave them a father figure in coach Henk Botha. Ever then, the two have shared a beautiful relationship which events competitions can't break. Yes, they love each other and they are close, which is something special for them. Beatrice could not run the final because of the flu, but she was equally happy with what her sister did. I'm proud of Beatrice and Christine for being these amazing girls. That's what Coach Henk Botha said. Well, the golden girl, that's Christine Mboma, that's in Croatia to compete in the 71st Boris Hanzekovic Memorial. That's tomorrow. We will go for a short break, and after the break, we'll bring you an interview. That's what we had with, that's Henk Botha.
Hi, Jesse and everybody there at Namibia. Yes, we are currently here in Croatia in a town called Zagreb, and we are just relaxing. Tomorrow is the event, tomorrow evening at 7:45. Christine will be running in the 200 meters for women final. Yes, and obviously Christine also, Beatrice also will not run. We decided she must rest and that we call it for the season. I think there's a lot of athletics in her still, and we can rather save that for tomorrow. On tomorrow's event, we are fairly optimistic that Christine will do well. Again, Jackson will be in the race, and Jackson always will be a great competitor, and we'll just see. We ask Christine to enjoy it. This is her last race in Europe, and she must just have fun. And then from here on, we will go to Nairobi, Kenya, and have the last event for the season to support the African continent with the Cape Kino meeting that is held there on the 18th of September. Thank you very much all for your support, and hope we'll see you soon in Namibia.
Welcome back. That was Coach Henk Botha in Croatia stating that the athlete is ready and they are ready to conquer Europe before they return to Africa. That's for Christine Mboma's final race of the season before she gets that needed rest. Of course, she's a 400-meter former runner, and that makes it easier for her to compete day after day in this big event. Well, we also had an interview with Dimitri Bitla of the Commerce Netball, and that's of Afrocat as well. Bitla asked, of course, sponsors to come on board and also support netball as it can provide to the national team and to bring back the glory days of netball. This is what Bitla had to say.
Dimitri, tell us, it's quite a sunny afternoon or morning here at the Israel Patrick Liambo College netball court. Quite astonishing matches played so far and still more to go. Tell us more about these matches and what they entail, what they're about, and how the players are actually enjoying this.
Well, it's exciting. It's very exciting for us to have everybody back on court. So everybody's quite excited, and we're happy we could get them back on court for the year. That is the first thing. The second thing is it's a bit hot today. I think summer is here, so the temperature is quite affecting the performance today of most of the teams. But apart from that, I think it's been a good performance overall from the teams. Our three divisions in Commerce, we're busy with them. So we have the old Premier League, which is currently the Super 10 because of the MTC Premier League, and then we have the first division and the second division. So these are development leagues. The target is to push more teams into the MTC Premier League, and that is why we're doing this. There's also a relegation promotion system, so most of these teams are playing for sports of promotion or probably to survive relegation.
Okay, how important are these competitions, especially in supporting or providing players to the national team?
Well, it's very important. As you can see in the national team, majority are from Commerce, which is reflecting the hard work Commerce is doing. But at the end of the day, you need more people playing, you need more players playing to actually expose more individuals to see where you can get talent for the national team.
Okay. Who sponsors this league?
Unfortunately, the last 2 years with the COVID situation, we haven't managed to secure a title sponsor yet. There are small sponsors here and there, but majority of it is funds generated through the league, through membership, affiliation, and so on, and the small grant by Netball Namibia as well that they give us annually.
Okay, what are some of the teams that participate in this divisions?
All right, the Super 10 has 8 teams because 2 were promoted to the MTC League. In the Super 10 we have Afrocat, we have Black Africa, we have Tigers, we have Nampol, we have Wanderers, and we have the 2 now that were promoted. But Afrocat Wanderers have two teams in the Super 10. And then we come down to the first division where we have Afrocat, they have 2 teams. We have Nampol, we have NAS that has 2 teams, we have Wanderers, we have United that unfortunately didn't participate due to the COVID situation. Then we also have Komanatifela that was recently promoted from the bottom league. And the one playing right now is just NDF. They were also promoted from the league under.
Okay, so they are playing for the top league.
They are playing for the middle league, which is the first division. They were promoted from the second division from the previous season.
Okay. So after the first division, where do they go to?
So first they started the second division, then they get promoted to the first, and then they get promoted to the Super 10. And after the Super 10, they go now to the MTC League because we have a bit more levels of netball in Commerce.
So how do you rate the qualities among this? I'm sure you have watched all leagues, even the MTC League, you have watched the Super League. What do you say about Namibian netball, the growth and all, the talent?
It's getting there, but unfortunately the regional development and exposure in the regions is affecting a national performance of the sport. But there's a lot of developments, positive developments, especially on a national level. So I think there's a bright future for netball.
All right, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
That's Dimitri Bitler, a very, very, very interesting character there. Always love for the game, the passion he has for coaching. He's actually the founder of AfroCat as well, the organization, which also has a couple of netball teams. For now, we'll go for another break, and after the break, we introduce you, that's to the Spotify section brought to you by Rivalto Kavanga.
Tell me, baby, do you like the way I move? Come on, get your dance on. We can have as much fun as you can possibly get. With your dance on. Do you like the way I move? Come on, get your dance on. We can have as much fun as you can possibly get. With your pants on, come on, baby. Let's get this game on. Let me see it. Let's get this game on. Get it started.
Welcome back to another exciting segment of your favorite youth sports show, Spotify. My name is Rivaldo Kavanga and today I'll be your presenter for today's segment. The 6th Namibian Nationals were held on the 11th of September at the Vaskop v Windhoek High School sports field. Even after a year where shots had to be cancelled and many sports disciplines nearly came to a standstill, archery had a fantastic day. 136 archers from all over Namibia attended this prestigious event, as every school could only send their top 8 senior archers and their top 8 junior archers. The announcement of the national development and alumni teams for the first virtual NAPS Africa tournament were also mentioned at the virtual prize giving. On 11th and 12th December, these 48 archers will compete against South Africa, Botswana and Zimbabwe in an indoor shoot to make it as fair as possible for all archers, as the event will be held virtual. The top NAS school are as follows. In first place, we have Pro Ed Academy. In second place, we have Community Hope School. In third place, we have Preferred School Moria. The top teams for the junior champion, we have Pro Ed in first place. The junior runner-up were Moria Junior Preferred School. And the second junior runner-up were Community Hope School. The top teams for the senior championship, in first place we had Community Hope School, in second place we had the senior runner-ups, which were Windhoek High School, and in the senior second runner-up with Moria Senior Secondary School. Up next, we do have an exciting interview from Monica Gomas, a player whose name is all too familiar in the Varsity Cup in South Africa. She is taking the Varsity Cup by storm. Up next, stay tuned for our interview with Monica.
Hello, my name is Monica Gomas. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Rehoboth, Namibia. Being a part of the UJ Varsity Cup team was such a blessing. The exposure and the skills that I'm being taught here is just next level, and I'm just so grateful to be here. The standard of netball that we're playing and the exposure we're getting is just so amazing, and it was so much pressure on the pitch, of course, because there are so many other talented players which are always giving it a go for the win. But I think you only learn when you put in uncomfortable situations, because that's where, you really learn how to push through tough times, and that's how you become a better player. I would like to advise the younger players to study hard, because you can never play netball at a high standard or at university level without being a student, because you have to be a student athlete. But with that being said, believe in yourself, don't limit yourself, get out of your comfort zone and just push yourself to the next limit. You got this.
Quite excitement there from Monica, and if you have been keeping up with youth-related sports news, you do know that Monica is taking the Varsity Cup by storm in South Africa, our own Namibian-based netball player. But up next, we go for an ad break before we return back to Jesse.
And succeed with PSTBET.
So, where were we?
PSTBET. You play, we pay. not for persons under the age of 18.
You play, we pay. That's their motto. Premier Sports Trading. That's PSTBET. Of course, a company that has been doing a lot in terms of sports lately. Involved almost everywhere. Sponsorships everywhere. They're also giving away things. And just last week, the Petrus family was the lucky recipients of a 2,000 donation courtesy of Premier Sports Trading Corporate Social Responsibility. Well, now we'll award someone else, and that's live here on air. The person is not also aware of it, so I'm going to give them a call right now. That's courtesy of PST. Let's just hope that they answer, and yes, they are the lucky winners.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Is this Lancy?
Yes, it's Lindsay.
Okay, Lancy, I'm calling you from the Sport Rep Show. My name is Jesse Jackson Kauraiza. Do you perhaps know why I'm calling you, maybe? Not at all. Okay. Well, I think with the PSTBET corporate responsibility, which has been giving out to those in need, you are one of the lucky recipients. Of course, we don't know the value of what you have received yet, but you are the winner, and that gift will come to you. How do you feel?
I'm very...
She's speechless even. I mean, it's amazing, right?
Very.
Wow. So you say, Jesus, I must suppose this can change your life a bit.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened? How did you come across this?
I saw it on a PST, whatever, WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm.
Then I read and went through everything, so I took the email address and shared my story.
Mm-hmm. What was that story? Maybe a bit.
I used to work as a domestic worker somewhere in Tamariskia, but then from December last year is when my boss told me that I'm no longer gonna work there because his company and everything they are down, and so he does not have enough money to pay me anymore.
Oh wow.
So I had to move from Mondesa to Diashi where I used to rent. I went to municipality, they gave me an area where I can put my kettle, but then I did not complete building it, the roof and the door.
Okay. Well, Nancy, thank you so much. Well, I'm sure your life will change for a while right now because PSTBET has you covered. They are going to contact you and bring to you gifts or the goods. I don't know to what value. They will let you know. I'm sure it is going to be something of a relief. Thank you so much, Nancy. And please,
I don't know what to say.
Can you say something to the PSTBET owners?
The only thing I will be able to express right now is my sincere grateful. I'm very, very thankful. I don't know what to say.
All right. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Bye. Well, that was Lancy, super excited. We have to give a big praise to that's the Premier PSTBET for getting involved into this social responsibility. They promised that they were going to do that for a couple of months, and we hope that it is just going to change the life of many people who have already been affected by the coronavirus pandemic. People have lost their jobs, their livelihoods has changed. As you can hear from Lancy here, it's quite an emotional time, and that's why you need a helping hand during these difficult times. And PSD, so don't forget to keep supporting them, keep betting, keep playing, and that's the only way they will continue supporting and be having that social corporate responsibility. You can also send your email, you can send them an email that's at csr@pstbet.com, csr@pstbet.com. That's tell them your story, tell them that you need help, and they will be there at your doorstep to help you. And for now, it's still the PSTBET section. We have the English Premier League that commenced with Ronaldo doing the things. We have Namibian Sun editor Toivon Jembela and Oscar as well, who were super excited that their clubs managed to win. So please sit back and enjoy. I'm joined here by Master Toivon Jembela, editor of the Namibian Sun, and a Manchester United fan, of course. I can see he's smiling, and one could already sense why. But Master Jembela, could you tell us what you made of the English Premier League weekend results, and what's your take on the return of the prodigal son, Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah, so Jesse, thank you. Yeah, I think it was a massive weekend of football in England. Obviously, Old Trafford was buzzing. We've seen the reaction of the people there. The whole world was hooked onto television. Parts of the UK did not have, the game was not broadcast in parts of the UK, but luckily here we could watch it, and it was massive. Ronaldo scoring 2 goals on his return, that is already more than Arsenal has done in the three matches of the league. They have scored 1 goal during this season, and Ronaldo has scored 2 in a single game. I mean, just to give you context, really. And then, of course, Bruno also scoring, and then the outcast, Jesse Lingard. That was massive.
Okay.
But overall, I thought it's a very tight league now. If you look at the top 3 teams now, Man U, Liverpool, Chelsea, on equal points, on an equal number of goals also. So there's no goal difference even. So it's crazy.
But for the first time, would you say that Manchester United can be rated as a title contender after so many years?
I think it's a fair point to make. I think we are in contention this time around. People are saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been given all the tools now. In the past, we could say, you know, he didn't have enough depth in this squad. But if you have a guy like Martial on the bench, if you have guys like Jesse Lingard, who is actually in scintillating form right now, even for England, being on the bench, it just tells you how good a side this Man U side is, and it has always been about depth. It's not about the 11 players on the pitch, but you have even as good players as those ones on the bench. That gives you enough depth, and that is what teams like Liverpool don't have. I mean, they get one injury and then they have problems. Man U can fill those gaps. So why can we not contest for the league?
Okay, Master Jembela, I'm sure you can't wait to go back home and even watch the highlights more, because I'm sure they will be repeated on TV this whole week. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Okay, I'm joined here by Oscar. Oscar is an Arsenal fan. You can see that he can't control his smile. He's trying to get serious, but of course, he's a happy man. Arsenal did the things this weekend. Oscar, what did you make of the English Premier League this weekend in terms, and as well as your team?
What we all know about the Premier League is that the intensity is always high. It's a very competitive league. And as an Arsenal fan, I can just say at least I'm happy that at least we have started winning after 3 losses, the first 3 games. So. Now, looking at the whole league, I think the competition is there. You can see that there is a lot of teams that are showing that they are up for the challenge this season, that they are determined to gain that title. And I can't. It's still early in the competition. But there are good signs that it's going to be a very competitive league this season.
Yes. Did you believe that your club was going to win Norwich City, because you have struggled to break down defenses for quite a number of games now?
Okay, it's the thing about the Premier League. That's the one thing I don't always think we are going to win, because you never expect an easy game in the Premier League. So every game is a challenge, but The team, we struggled a bit because we scored like the second half a little bit later. But what matters is that we got the 3 points.
Thank you so much, Oscar.
Okay, thank you very much.
Those are the excited fans. Toivon Javela stating that they are indeed title contenders, Manchester United. You can see, Oscar, there is an excited man. Arsenal won for the first time. Well, this Premier League session was brought to you by PSTBET, as well as what you witnessed there, the magic of what sports can do. Well, PSTBET remains a sporting betting company, but look what they're doing, providing that to those in need. Well, that brings us to the end of the show. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraiza, don't forget to catch us again. That's on Thursday, live, same time, same place. Ciao.
Yeah, same here. Tell me more about yourself.
Well, I don't even know it. Small town to pets and growing up in a vintage lifestyle. It's actually so... There's a lot about this that I can tell you, but actually like...
Can you please change the channel to football?
The lifestyle, the capital.
Milner's corner, and the header was at the near post by Sadio Mane.
Oh wow! It went on and on.
Milner's corner, and the header was at the near post by Sadio Mane.
That's like...
And Bones! The effort is good. Horrendous goal. He's not shy of shooting. Oh, great! And you can see why. That is sensational.
Win big with Premier Sports Trading. Visit PSTBET.com, create an account, place your bet and win. Get your game going and succeed with PSTBET.
Final minutes!